Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, several stories, several things, many updates for you, and so ready to talk about several players. Let's jump into it. These updates as always for you, the World Cup in full flow with the US men's national team beating Paraguay, but we have transfer news as always here to deliver for you. And let's restart from the US, because while I'm here for the World Cup, of course, with many games ongoing, while all of you around the world or at home following the World Cup, the US at the center of the football world, well, there is someone who is flying to the US, but it's not for the World Cup, it's for a transfer. And the player is Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski is on his way to the US together with his agent, Pini Zahavi, to negotiate and discuss a transfer on a free. Yes, because Lewandowski left Barcelona as a free agent, received several approaches from Fenerbahce, for example, from Italian clubs. Milan, Juventus around the end of March, beginning of April considered this possibility, then was too expensive. Several options, but Lewandowski is now traveling to Chicago to negotiate with Chicago Fire. 2 or 3 year contract. Lewandowski will be in Chicago to check on the structures, to check on the training ground, to understand the project. So that's a positive sign for Chicago to see Lewandowski traveling and showing a genuine interest in this project. And so keep an eye on this one, Lewandowski surprise with Chicago Fire. For sure, an interesting story of the recent hours, one to follow for sure. Talking about legends of the game, guys, talking about big names such as Robert Lewandowski, Luka Modric. Many questions on the future of Luka Modric. What's happening? What's gonna happen? What's the situation? Luka Modric is, first of all, out of contract now at AC Milan. The plan of Luka Modric for months has always been to continue at Milan. So Modric is a Milan fan before being a Milan player, and Modric's idea was to stay at Milan to continue at Milan. But what happened is that after the final game of the season, Milan lost against Cagliari at home, San Siro. They decided to change everything. Coach out, Massimiliano Allegri, directors out as well. And so since that moment, Luka Modric felt a bit lost in this situation. Modric had a very good relationship with Massimiliano Allegri, AC Milan coach, who is now going to Napoli. Modric had a very good relationship with Iglitare, AC Milan director, fired. So Modric now has to decide what he wants to do. Let's see what's going to happen at Milan. At the moment, they still don't have a manager and they still don't have a director of football. So they are in the process to make it happen. For Milan, 2 candidates for the managerial job. One is Matthias Geisle, the other one is Ruben Amorim. And Oliver Glasner. Let's see what's going to happen, but Glasner is not that close. These two are fighting for the place. But talking about Luka Modric, he's now a free agent. Modric wants to focus on the World Cup, and then after the World Cup with Croatia, he wants to decide what he wants to do next. So let's respect the timing. Modric will now focus on the pitch with his national team and then decide. But it's true, what is being reported in Spain, that Real Madrid would love the comeback of Luka Modric, not as a player, but as part of the club in a different role when he decides to retire. Whether it's this summer after the World Cup, or maybe later on, maybe in 2027, in 2028, Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, and the most important people at the club already made clear internally that they want to try bring back Luka Modric. Modric would like to live in Madrid for his future in terms of personal life. Modric has a fantastic relationship with everyone at Real Madrid, Florentino Perez and not only. And so the idea of Real Madrid is to bring back Luka Modric with a role at the club when he decides to retire. We will see when is that gonna happen. Just quickly, talking about Real Madrid, guys, just to clarify something on Julian Alvarez, I can confirm what I told you over the week. Real Madrid, at the moment, after the official 150 million euros bid to Atletico Madrid on Tuesday, Real Madrid are not returning with a new proposal. At the moment, Real Madrid have gone completely quiet. No new contacts with Atletico Madrid, very cold communications also with people close to the player. So at the moment, the discussion between Real Madrid and Julian Alvarez is gone completely quiet, standby, silent since Tuesday. I told you that Atletico Madrid had a feeling internally that this was just kind of public move by Florentino Perez and not a real interest in signing Julian Alvarez. This is what Atletico Madrid feel. But at the moment, since Tuesday, official statement Real Madrid, official statement Atletico Madrid, laughing about the Real Madrid proposal. Since that moment, Real Madrid have not returned with a new bid. So that's the situation with Julian Alvarez. Barcelona keep thinking about Julian, and Julian keeps thinking about Barcelona. But we have to see what's going to happen on that one. And then, guys, I wanted to get to the end of this video by mentioning Arsenal. Because Arsenal are considering a move with contacts already started, official contacts on player side and club side, with Christos Solis. It's a winger from Club Bruges in Belgium. There are conversations underway. So talks are ongoing also with the players' camp. The player will be excited about the possibility to join the English champions. So Solis is an option for Arsenal. They are considering him. They've been scouting him. They like the player. So Solis is a player that Arsenal are working to bring in. Then many of you asking me, would this impact the target of bringing to the club, bringing to Mikel Arteta a top winger this summer? No. That's a separate story. Solis is seen as an opportunity. Then there are the big names. For example, Morgan Rogers, a name that Arsenal mentioned internally several times, a player they love. So Morgan Rogers for sure remains a top target for Arsenal. Not easy, for sure. Expensive, for sure. But Morgan Rogers remains a target for Arsenal. Then, talking about Arsenal wingers, for example, to make you understand how these are all completely different and separate story, Morgan Rogers is kind of top name, big name for the summer transfer window. Then there is Solis as kind of opportunity from Bruges, and then I think we should mention that as well, Jeremy Monga, this winger from Leicester, very young boy, not even 18. But for Monga, Arsenal keep working. Arsenal are advancing on player side and club side with Leicester. There are still steps to do before saying that Monga will 100% join Arsenal, but I think here we go could be expected this summer for this talented boy, wanted by several clubs, not only in England, also abroad. So for Monga there is a lot of movement, but Arsenal are going very strong in order to sign him. And so Monga, Rogers, Solis, Arsenal are working on several things. Don't forget that they will be busy also with midfielders in the summer transfer window. So Arsenal behind the scenes are working on several things. And don't forget also Mikel Arteta completely involved. His contract is going to be a topic soon, but the expectation is absolutely for Mikel Arteta to sign a new contract at the club as soon as it's going to be possible. So everything moving very well for the English Premier League champions. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Robert Lewandowski to Arsenal, Rogers, Solis and all the rest to Luka Modric and then Julian Alvarez. What's your feeling on his future? Your opinion, guys, here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel and see you soon.